Is that or Chelsea?
Hey,
Haven't
It's
heard.
2 after.
Hey, Kristen, can we go get them? Can we go get the others? They're coming? Okay.
More of a suggestion.
With Chelsea.
Is Chelsea here?
Chrissy's gonna go
She's
get her.
back there, but see her in her office.
Oh, Matt says she is here.
We're
Yeah,
on
we
the
can
camera.
roll.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Lancaster County Board of Commissioners meeting for Tuesday, February 25th. I am Commissioner and Chair Rick Vest. To my left, Commissioner and Vice Chair Krista Yoakum, and to her left, Commissioner Matt Schulte. To my right is Commissioner Sean Flowerday. Would you please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Clerk, please begin the meeting.
Copy of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act is located at the wall of the rear of the hearing room. All written materials to be decided upon today's meeting can be viewed on the county's website at lancaster.ne.gov. Printing options are available upon request. Brings us to item 1, minutes. Approval of the minutes of the Board of Commissioners meeting held on February 18th, 2025.
I move approval.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the minutes. Please call the roll.
Yoakum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Best.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 2, claims. 2A, approval of the claims processed through February 21st, 2025. And I'll note there is an amendment for the payroll.
I move approval of the claims, including the payroll through February 19th.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the claims, including payroll through the 19th. Please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yoakum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Best.
Yes.
Motion carries. 2B, approval of the claims, including billing for goods and services beyond the 90-day time period provided in Nebraska Vive Statute 23-135. There are 3, Intuition Logic and Engineering Incorporated, dated February 24th, 2025, for a total of $2,223.75. Deal Geotech Incorporated, dated February 24th, 2025, for a total of $10,746.50. And Dickey Hines Meyer Incorporated, dated February 24th, 2025, for a total of $2,291.40.
Move approval.
We have a motion to approve item 2B
Second.
and a second. Please call the roll.
Johnson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yep.
Yoakum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 3 is a special recognition for Jennifer Sommers, Mental Health Clinician 3 from County Corrections.
Good morning, Brad Johnson, Director, Lancaster County Department of Corrections. So we're here today to recognize Jennifer Summers and the work that she's done as it relates to our drug treatment program within the jail. We call it Wiser and Mister. You know, this is something that got started actually with community corrections back with Kim Etherton. We got a grant as we recognize that, you know, a lot of the individuals within our facility are dealing with some type of substance abuse issues, and a lot of them don't qualify for programming through community corrections to get out and go to drug treatments, and there's long wait times. So we thought, you know, let's start some of that here, and maybe we can get a little bit of a head start for them, and then hopefully when they get out, they can continue with that type of programming. So in May of 22, we started what we call Wiser. That's our women's drug treatment program. Since then, 315 females have been through the program. 102 of those graduated with, so we had a graduation rate of about 33%. We conducted 40 graduation ceremonies for them, and I know that some of you have attended some of those. In October of 22, we initially started, the grant was for our female population, and then we recognized that this is something that we needed to do for the male population as well. So in October of 22, we started our Mr. program. We've had 278 individuals go through that program. 150 of them graduated, which is a 54% graduation rate. The males, because of our the number of males compared to females, we're actually able to create what we call a therapeutic dorm. So these individuals actually house in the same dorm together. So they go back and, you know, their homework and assignments, they can work with each other, and it's a lot better scenario for success. So we're here because Jennifer's decided to move on. She's going to go into a different chapter in her life, and you know, this has been really a tremendous success in my opinion. You know, we've tracked the number of investigative reports, discipline, and so forth for folks as they've been through this, and you can see a significant decline in that type of behavior while they're participating in this type of program. We are still working with Mitch, who was the guy tasked with, you know, doing a statistical analysis of this, and we just sent him a bunch of data last week that he's going to try and look at and see how it affects recidivism and different criteria. But we're here to recognize Jennifer and her leadership, the hard work that she put in to start this from scratch within a correctional facility. That is really difficult to do. There are so many security protocols and schedule conflicts. I mean, it's really hard to do, and she really did a nice job working with us and getting that going. So I just really appreciate what she's done. I mean, I think it gives hope to us and those other, you know, families and the folks that participated. So she's going to be missed. Thank you. Thanks.
Jennifer, on behalf of the board, first, you're leaving us. Get this out of the way. But the legacy that you have created, it's been my honor to come to the graduations and see the impact, and what we say here really only honors the changes that you've made in the lives of those individuals who've completed the programs and their families. Month after month, when I attend the graduations and I see the individuals and hear their comments about the understanding they've gained about who they are as a person and how they respond to stressors, and see their families and the gratitude they have for the opportunity touching to me. We see people sitting in the audience dressed like Brad, you know, really look good, and you go, well, I wonder who that is. And then you find out they've left the jail and came back so they could be a part of this graduation ceremony. That's how much this program meant to them. On behalf of the board, thank you so much for the legacy you've created. It's been an honor to have you working in our jail, and I present you with a flag of appreciation.
Would you like to say anything?
Yeah, I want to thank you to the board, to the administration, to the staff. This was not just my endeavor. I also want to give credit to those that are sitting out here, As you can see, we had a lot of individuals apart from this, developing and helping facilitate and making it happen. So I do want to recognize my fellow peers as well. I have a facilitator, Justin, here. I have Administrator Rick. I have Ken here. I have Maria. I have Cotter. I have Vanessa, who's been by my side throughout this endeavor. There's a lot of people that are involved in when it comes to reform, and I want to definitely appreciate Brad Johnson for giving me this wonderful, innovative opportunity to bring innovation, creativity, but most of all, reform and connecting with individuals when they're in the worst states of their lives. And so my favorite quote that I quote every time during a ceremony is, unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing changes. It will not. And so I appreciate the fact that you as a county board cared, administration cared, facilitators cared, and brought me onto the facility to make this endeavor happen. So I graciously thank you.
Thank you, Commissioners.
And
Yeah,
we
as-
hang on one.
Go ahead.
I don't think you want to forget your husband. He's back there too.
Thank
The
you
man
for
with the
being here.
camera. No, I mean, Brad, you really said at the impact that it makes to in these people's lives, but not just the person who's been incarcerated, but their whole family's lives, is huge. And every time those graduation ceremonies are really, really impactful. Remind me of why we do a lot of what we do, why we support this program. When the people that have been through the program talk about they knew they needed to improve their communication skills, or they knew they needed this, and now they have those tools, and they're ready to move on. And seeing them reunite with family during those times is really huge. But it is, I mean, there are a lot of people on the team, but that's also a lot of coordination, not only with these folks, but with folks with the Mental Health Association and others that you're working with there, and have really gotten this program off to a good start. Thank you for that hard work.
I've been a caseworker on a mental health unit in a correctional setting before, and the programs that you established aren't just, like, they're not just important, they're not just successful, they are absolutely essential to our mission and what we want out there and the kinds of corrective reform that we're looking to see. And so I just really want to thank you for the service you've done for this community.
Yeah, I was going to say, what a great program to offer to people rather than just incarcerate them, but try and make them a better person when they leave. So thanks for your leadership on that.
It's well said.
Everyone said it, but thank you, Jennifer, so much for your service.
All the best in your next endeavor.
Thank you, guys.
Commissioners, that brings us to item 4, our consent items. These are routine business items that are expected to be adopted without dissent. Any individual item may be removed for special discussion and consideration by a commissioner or by any member of the public without prior notice. Unless there's an exception, these items will be approved as one single vote of the Board of Commissioners. These are the approval of A, amendments to the following county contracts. C-19-0108 with Civic Plus LLC for county website design, logo design, and hosting services. C-24-0870 with Genda Family Services LLC, allowing Genda to lease real property jointly owned by the City of Lincoln and the county located at 815 K Street in Lincoln. C-22-0168 with Ott Oil and Propane for the annual supply of propane. C-23-0163 with Midwest Floor Covering Incorporated, and C-23-0162 with Floors Incorporated for carpet tile and edging installation. C-23-0062 with World Class Office Installers Incorporated for systems and furniture installation and moving services. C-23-0050 with Judson Irrigation Maintenance and Repair Services for irrigation maintenance and repair services. B, amendments to the following county contracts for the annual service on tire, tubes, and tire repair. C-22-0164 with Bauer Built Tire and Service. C-22-0165 with Graham Tire Company of Lincoln, LLC. C-22-0166 with Pomps Tire Service Incorporated. C-22-0167 with Walker Tire Company of Lincoln, doing business as Walker Tire. C, amendments to the following county contracts for HVAC services. C-23-0182 with Capital Heating and Air Conditioning Incorporated. C-23-0184 with Sarah Systems North Central Incorporated, doing business as Sarah Systems. C-23-0185 with Prairie Mechanical Corporation. C-23-0183 with Johnson Controls Fire Protection. D, amendments to the following county contracts for electrical and large-scale electrical services. C-23-0256 with Capital City Electric. C-23-0257 with Commonwealth Electric Company of the Midwest. C-23-0258 with IES Electric Incorporated. C-23-0259 with Progressive Holdings Incorporated, doing business as Progressive Electric. C-23-0260 with Wilmar Electric Service Corp. C-23-0261 with Wired Incorporated. And then E, amendments to the following county contracts for unit price and demolition services. C-23-0137 with Vasa Construction. C-23-0139 with Gana Trucking and Excavating. And C-23-0138 with Brandt Excavating LLC.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Please call the roll.
Johnson,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 5, new business. Item 5A, an addendum to the 2024-2026 bargaining agreement with Fraternal Order of Police, Lodge 32, Corrections under County Contract C-24-0668 in the matter of adding bilingual pay.
Good morning, Brad Johnson, Director, Lancaster County Department of Corrections. So, as you guys know, the county passed a bilingual policy a couple months ago, which allows folks who are bilingual can speak it fluently and passed a fluency test with the Human Resources Department to receive an additional pay for that service while they're at work. So I think I've got one person who was non-represented that we're working on trying to get into that, but I had several folks who fell within this union group that wouldn't apply to because it's not within the contract. We're over a year out before a new contract would come in, so I ask that you guys approve this amendment to the contract so that these folks can be reimbursed for the services they provide to us. We deal with a lot of individuals who English is not their first language, and so much of what we do, I mean, it's very critical that we can communicate effectively for the safety and security of our facilities. So I just appreciate you guys' support on this.
Yeah, I'm fully in support of this, and I would move approval. It only helps our operations.
Yep.
What's the fiscal impact on this? Do we have the numbers?
I'm thinking, if I remember right, I think it was between 8 and 10 folks who expressed interest. I'm not sure how many of them
They have to qualify.
they have
so-
to qualify, and it's a broad range of languages. So I think it's $100 a month, if I remember right. Is that correct? Yeah. So $100 a month at 10 of them, that'd be what, $12,000 a year
All right. Across the whole year.
across the whole year. Yes.
And while it is a cost, I also think it's a huge value, so.
No, look.
It's
This,
not the point.
yeah. This has my support. It's probably the very last thing that spends money that's gonna have my support, if I'm gonna be honest. I've been in a correctional setting and been able to avoid uses of force because someone could speak the language of the person who was freaked out and didn't know what was happening. So shame on me if I don't support it, but I am concerned about. I mean, truly, we need to ratchet down spending on as much things as possible, and so this is going to have my support. It's probably going to be the last one.
Any other comments, Commissioner?
Well, I guess
before
I would point out this board just passed a hiring freeze. So for us to turn around and we also are considering several other hiring HR related things to freeze on. Is there a reason this has to be done today, Brad?
When would it be done, I guess?
Well, I mean, in 6 months when the hiring freeze is done in June?
I mean, we've operated without it for, years and years and years, but we end up, I don't know, I mean, we end up contracting with interpreter services if we don't do this in-house, so
Eric, do you think there's any savings from
I
interpreter
don't remember
services?
what that contract,
Well,
do you remember, Christie, what?
It's around $50 an hour.
50 an hour.
Are they not, so these people currently aren't speaking in the foreign language? They're only gonna speak foreign language if we pay them the $100 a month?
I can't speak for them, Adam.
Because my question is, it doesn't really save us money on interpreting services if they're already speaking in another language, right?
I can't tell you how they're gonna react, no. I don't know.
There is no doubt in my, I don't want to cut anybody off before I speak here, but there's no doubt in my mind that the value is very real in your department in particular, among others. And so what we're paying for it, I think we'll get good return on it. I guess the question, and I think I'm right with Sean on this, that everybody knows, it's well documented, we have $1.5 million minimum savings we need to find. We wouldn't object to finding more, and the timing's just real tough. I think I will vote to approve this today. I wish we had waited till July 1st, but if I understand the process, they've got to go through testing with HR to qualify, so that will push it back way. Then when that happens, then they'll be awarded it, so.
What's the testing that we use?
We're using a third-party vendor that conducts the test. I can't remember the name of the firm, but it's conducted up in HR. They come up, we set them at a computer, they go through a proficiency for speaking and then also reading, if they opt for both. And then if they pass that, then it gets added to their payroll. And RJ is facilitating the testing.
We
in
did
our
this for the
department.
sheriff's already, right?
We are doing this for Sheriff's Office, yeah.
Yeah.
It's an issue of safety. I'm in support of it.
I think it's an issue of safety. It's also, in fairness, when other employees in the county are receiving this. I don't think we would initiate something new, but this is something that's already ongoing.
Yeah, the memo that we passed last week laid out exceptional circumstances, and I think you've
Exactly.
all laid out exceptional circumstances for approving this, so.
Okay, and none of this is a reflection on you, Brett.
No,
Not
I understand.
Don't take it that way.
This is also something, I mean, we've been working on this for a couple months, so this wasn't
Yeah, no,
something that,
That's
I
right.
know.
That's right. I mean, you look at even the attachment, like the original thing was signed on the 18th of December, before we were having other conversations, so.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, do we have a motion and a second, I
Yes.
believe. And so I think we'll call the roll.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Schulte,
I'd rather us wait till the hiring freeze is done. Nope.
Best.
I'm gonna vote yes.
Motion carries.
thank you, sorry.
No, you're good.
5B, a purchasing entity addendum with U.S. Bank for commercial card services.
Move approval?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve item 5B. Please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Best.
Yes.
Motion carries. 5C, a contract with Midwest Infrastructure Incorporated to provide culvert maintenance. The cost of the county is not to exceed $557,282.81.
Pam Dingman, Lancaster County Engineer. This is our second pipe culvert contract of the budget year. This is the contract for our, oops, I always think I about have it, for our southern pipes. And so we group these together so the contractor doesn't have to move all the way across the county. And we are recommending this contract to you.
would move approval.
Second.
Motion and second to approve. Please call the roll.
Johnson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Where are we at in terms of, I mean, I know you've been working down the culvert percentage list for years. I mean, and we'll never be done, right? Like the ones that 5 years from now, when we're done with it, you'll just be starting on the ones we started on 5 years ago. So, but like, where do we think we're at? I know
So-
you've made good progress on it.
Commissioner Flowerday, we have like a number of culverts that are 100 years old
Right,
in Lancaster
right,
County.
right.
And so when I bury something as an engineer, it's my goal to like never see it again in my career.
Good for
Now,
you.
sometimes I do get to see them again, but it's been seldom, in all honesty. So that being said, we know we have about 700 more that are in need of replacement. We are making progress. Of course, our end goal is not to have 100% of all the culverts that need to be replaced, but to reduce the number of unplanned road closures for culvert failure.
Commissioners, next item is 5D, the contract with Van Kirk Sand and Gravel Incorporated, doing business as Van Kirk Bros Contracting, to provide an extension of box culvert T166. The cost of the county is not to exceed $178,964.
Pam Dingman, Lancaster County Engineer. The exhibit that I've put up on the overhead shows the location of this box culvert is box culvert T166. It is underneath the pavement that we installed on Southwest 14th Street. It is a very old box culvert, but still meets the requirements. However, it would be better if it's just a little short. So we need to make this box culvert a little longer. So this is the extension of that box culvert in order to make the traveling roadway safer.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion second to approve. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 6 is our legislative update.
I don't have anything. Any commissioners? Anything? We'll move on.
Item 7 is public comment. Members of the public wishing to speak on items related to county business not on the agenda may do so at this time.
Any members of the public wishing to speak? Seeing none?
Announcements. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold a staff meeting on Thursday, February 27th, 2025 at 8:30 a.m. in room 112 of the County City Building. Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold the following meetings and public hearing on Tuesday, March 4th, 2025 at 9 a.m. in room 112 of the County City Building. They are the regular meeting, the public hearing regarding applications for a Class C liquor license for AP&J LLC, doing business as Kramer Bar and Grill, and a corporate manager's liquor license for Jared Tracy, and the Board of Equalization meeting. County Commissioners can be reached at 402-441-7447 or commish@lancaster.ne.gov. Lancaster County Board of Commissioners meeting is broadcast live on LNK-TV. LNK-TV is available on Allo Channel 2 and Spectrum Channel 1300. For the rebroadcast schedule, visit lincoln.ne.gov. Meetings are also streamed live on YouTube and Facebook. LNK-TV apps are available on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. Item 9 is adjournment.
I move we adjourn.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to adjourn. Please call the roll.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes, we are adjourned.